We're coming live from Bloodstock 2022. We've got Gary Holt here. You've just come fresh from the stage. Gary, how's festival season going for you?
Long and too long, but I wouldn't say I'm fresh from stage. I'm fresh from heat stroke, cooling down in the air-conditioned bus, shower, and now I'm feeling human again. But yeah, that was rough. That was hot. But
so you're saying, like, for the UK, obviously we usually have terrible summers. That was quite a brutally hot set for you, right?
I was wishing and praying to Satan that there'd be a classic English summer day. You know, we need it. We've been roasting for 6 weeks now, and no, we didn't get any help.
We brought the heat today, right?
Yeah.
Big time. So what I noticed out there, actually, an absolutely stunning array of guitars that you had. Like, every song was like a different guitar, right?
On the last US tour, I was playing 5 different guitars in an hour set. I realized, am I that guy? You know, like, I look at that guy playing all these guitars, and I go to my guitar tech, Steve, and like, do we really need to play all? He goes, yeah, we do. All right, it's your...
So out they come, right? So out of the guitars you had there, they all kind of set up similar, or have you got different things going on certain models? Or?
The black and red LTD with all the stickers on it and the Blood Spider V are both tuned to drop C. Right. The woodcut and the Buckeye Burrow one are tuned to D standard.
In terms of specs, are they all consistent, or is there any kind of differences there?
Basically, well, the V is a 25.5 scale because that's the USA ones are made, and so that wasn't a request, but I don't mind. The Buckeye Burrow one, Booger is his name. That one, I requested that one in 25.5 because I have a whole bunch of Les Paul type scales, 24 3/4, and I wanted something like a little more taut.
I love the fact, it's Booger as well, because...
Andy Sneap named that.
Right, cool. I mean, most people would go for something like Shades of the Sun Forest or something like that, but oh no, Gary Holt, that's a Booger, right?
Booger.
Yeah, that's amazing. So...
should I tell you why it's called Booger?
Let's hear about it, yeah.
No, I can't tell you.
Okay, another time.
Prescribing Horror, I play one of the GH-600, black and red. It's covered in stickers. And that's like the first one I ever got. And it's actually different than all the production ones. The neck is considerably thicker. I love it. It's got a big fat neck, real thick baseball bat necks. But I love it. I don't mind it at all.
Sure. And is there a weight difference on those ones? I remember hearing you say that sometimes those LTDs there's a weight difference, which is quite a nice little break in the set. Because the
LTDs are light. It's all my customs that weigh like they're like boat anchors. Sure. But that's my fault too. When we designed them, I said on the custom I want full weight. I want it heavy. I don't want like a belly cut on the back. So it's even got that extra piece of wood that normally be missing. And some of them are like they're backbreaking, but they sound so crushing. They're killer.
Yeah, you got to have the weight for the tone, right?
Yeah.
So
it just feels like because the LTDs sound crushing too, but the heavy one you put it on, it just feels like you just strapped on like a Gatling gun, like a real weapon, like
you go into war properly, right?
Yeah, like Jesse Ventura and Predator,
Exactly.
Just
yeah. So, what are you running that through? What was the rig coming out of the guitars?
I'm sorry?
What was the rig you were running that through?
Marshall Jubilees, and I got a Voodoo Lab switching system, just switch pedals in and out, and it's really simple,
Any like gain booster pedals or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm using I run a Super Overdrive and my Signature Protones mid boost into the input. The gain on the head's only on 3.
Sure. Well, that's impressive, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a really important thing because it's so easy to crank the gain and then do the scoop mid thing, right? So tell us about why you want the opposite of that.
I got tons of mids. I had tons of mids on the amp and a mid boost pedal going on.
Right,
too.
Yeah. Is that mainly for solos or is that constant?
That's on all the time.
Right.
Solos, my tech hits one of the patches and kicks in a tube screamer,
At a festival, you can hear when Exodus are on the stage, and it's because that mid push, I think, is a big part of.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
People go, well, why can't my guitars cut through a mix, and why aren't they heard on stage? Because you're occupying the frequencies of the bass guitar and the cymbals. The mid is your domain. You own it. It's yours.
Yeah.
Take it.
And most of them go scoop it right out, right?
Yeah, we all used to back in the day, to some extent, some more than others, but people still scooping them out to this day and age, like, what are you doing, We know that's not the way now.
Right.
Bass guitar is good. Just like we used to have tons of low end, because, bass was kind of buried in the mixes in the old days,
I guess as well, particularly the fact that people are down tuning more these days, having that weight in the mids just keeps that presence in the guitar tone. And yeah, sure. So on the topic of guitars, outside of like ESP and everything, we know you're a mega guitar fan. You got a huge collection. So how many guitars do you own? Do you think, rough number at the current time?
I think around 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, I know guys that own a lot more than I do, but
And like, which guitars do you have that most of your fans will be surprised by? Are any kind of real surprise ones in your collection?
I've got a heart-shaped Powerpuff Girls guitar, but actually I traded it to give to my granddaughter someday, and I think she's maybe a year away from really truly appreciating it. But she also enjoys the Powerpuff Girls now, so
Gonna put a Floyd on it?
What's that?
Is it gonna have a Floyd on that one?
No. I mean, I posted a video on Instagram way back when I got it, just raw riffing out like Hendrix wah pedal, and it was pretty cool.
Wicked stuff.
But I mean, I collect like stuff that means something to me, or from my favorite players. Like I got one of the really top line like Brian May replicas, the really good ones, not the one with the Fender style bridge. I got the one with the, and he signed it and personalized it for me. I played it for one day and started rubbing off some of the inscription. And so I had to actually touch up my own name, like to Gary. I had to touch it up myself because I started, like, after about an hour, I couldn't put it down. And that neck on that thing's like the size of like a telephone pole.
Wow, let's play it again.
I was like feeling, oh, goddamn, did I ruin it, But, his signature is off behind the tailpiece, so it's fine. But right where your right arm goes, like, was the to Gary, rock on, buddy. Like, God damn it.
Keep that. Well, that's good that that's been kept intact now then.
I only had to play it for like a couple of hours before I started ruining it and had to put it away. But I'm stoked. I get to play the hell out of that thing now.
Awesome.
It sounds so sick.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool. So, on that idea of like bands sounding tight live, like bands that have been touring, they kind of sound like HD clear live, right? But when Exodus go on stage, it goes to 4K clear in audio, right? And I think that's down to the super tight rhythm section. So, rhythm guitar wise, what kind of things do you zone in on to make sure that those rhythms are ultra tight?
Playing rhythm guitar takes work. A lot of guys take the easy way out. They don't really put in that much effort, because, here comes my solo and I need to like shine here. By the time I get the solos, half the time it's the opposite. My solo's not near as good as it could be because my arm's tired. Because I've been, the riff, that's 99% of the song. I'm going to play the hell out of that before I like save it for the solo.
Sure.
But it's a test of strength. Playing Exodus set, or playing a Slayer set, shit's not for the faint of heart,
Amazing.
It takes a lot of work.
Are you like zoning in on like the rhythm section stuff? So for people that want to get tight at rhythm guitar, outside of just the guitar bit itself, what should they be listening for to get an ultra tight rhythm section?
You just gotta like know how to achieve different sounds on the same note, because depending on where your right hand is, everything will sound different, You can hit an open E and it clangs, or you can hit an open E and it breathes, It just depends on like finding the sweet spot where to hit certain things. I just try to play every note like it's my last and try to make them all solid,
When you're writing riffs and they're sounding cool, but they need that brutal edge, what kind of things do you go for to add that kind of, grit to the stuff that you write?
That's just desire. I love doing this shit. I love writing riffs. Writing riffs is easy. It's not even hard. It's not work. I write one right now without a guitar. There it is.
Amazing.
Writing riffs is fun. It's like, it shouldn't be hard work.
Right. Do you ever kind of do you kind of try and put like an experience thing to it, or is it just what comes out organically that day? I
write riffs down without a guitar all the time. Like, I'll like just write the notes down in my iPhone notes,
Okay.
Or, I've got thousands of riffs.
Amazing. There's plenty more music to come still then.
Tons.
Oh, amazing. So, like, one of the things that I think you're right at the top tier for when it comes to the lead stuff is there's a few players right at the top of the tree for me that have got the squealy harmonics with the bar thing down. So like Satch was incredible at it. Dimebag obviously kind of had that sound down, and you're right up there with those squeals whenever you need it to. So have you got any kind of go-to frets where you're going to do the bar thing with the harmonic that will land every time?
I've been doing that forever. Been doing it longer than those guys. I've been doing it back since before Floyd Rose's, you know.
Wow.
I can keep a stock bar in tune. I know how to do it. I know all the tricks, you know. Just, you know, everybody does it different though. Dime plucks it and like kind of catches the note with his finger. I hit it like, you know, right there usually, you know. Just sing on. Then you get both of them.
Right.
See, that's what you can't. I don't have those. Love these things.
Cool. So anything that we can look forward to in the near future with Gary Holt?
We got some surprises. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about though. So.
What music stuff? Any new albums on the way? Or
What's that?
any kind of new albums on the cooking? Or
No, just touring. Next year, hopefully, we'll have something new to show people, guitar-wise. You know?
Sure. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gary Holt, thank you so much for your time. Love the set today.
Right on, thank you.
See you next time, man.
Right on.